show in 5, 4, 3, 2, go!
Good morning, everybody. All right, folks, we've got quite a show for you this morning. We've got Elon Musk with us today. And you know, Tesla Motors hasn't been doing too well lately. They've been losing roughly $18,000 per car sold. $18,000, which means Elon Musk is now qualified to be financial advisor to Greece. An ambitious goal, to be sure. And speaking of ambition, some of the men here at Save the Children are trying to raise money for Movember. They set a goal of $10,000 amongst the 10 of them. And from the looks of it, John Thane has raised 10 cents. Okay, enough joking around. We've got a great show to get to, so hit it! All right, everyone, today and tomorrow we're going to talk with some really innovative, pioneering people. People who know how to take risks and make difficult decisions. That's right, we're talking today about ambition. Ambition is the combination of innovation and strategy. It is having the daring to dream and the willingness to make sacrifices to achieve your goals. Whether it's enacting a vision of our future, rising above one's station in life, or walking out on a limb to save the world, today's guests all have something to say on the matter. So let's get started. Please welcome our first guest, CEO of SpaceX and founder of Tesla Motors, Elon Musk. Hey, good to see you. So, Elon Musk, welcome. So before we get started, I just want to ask you, what's with that hair?
Well, those are my perm days, Sarah.
Well, good to know, and it's great to have you here. You know, I want to go back in time a bit. Why don't you tell us about your first business venture, Zip2? I'm sure it was really risky.
Good question. So I was actually playing laser tag with Usher the other day, and he asked me to sing a question. I told him that Zip2 was founded on innovation, risk, and a $12,000 loan from my father. It was a bold thing to start, and there was most certainly the risk of failure, but it's not worth doing anything without the possibility of failure.
Well, that's very interesting. And you know, I know Tesla Motors is such an integral piece of your portfolio because of your strong stance on the environment. Now, why don't you tell me, why is that important to you?
Good question, Sarah. So, I was horseback riding with Justin Bieber off the coast of Spain. He asked me a simple question. Tesla Motors challenges society's norms. We're looking at the bigger picture. Sarah, a healthy environment ensures a healthy future for all of us. And my ambition is to change the way we live to make that happen.
Well, you're a very successful entrepreneur, working to be best in class. Do you have any advice for those watching at home and in the studio audience?
Good question, Sarah. Last week I was playing bocce with President Obama. You know President Obama. And he said, Elon, how do you do it? And I told him these two things. One, failure is not an option. If things are not failing, you're not innovating. And two, the first step is to establish that something is possible, and then it can occur.
That's really great. And you know, it sounds like risk is a very important factor in ambition. And you're really great, and you're truly innovative. Thank you so much for being with us today. And we'll be right back after a short break.
My boyfriend and I were going on vacation, so I used my city thank you card to pick up some accessories. A new belt, some nylons, and what girl wouldn't need new shoes? We talked about getting a diamond, but with all the thank you points I've been earning, I close to the rock I really had in mind.
The City Thank You Card. Earn points you can use for travel on any airline with no blackout days.
All right, folks, we've got a treat for you today. The man you're about to meet needs no introduction. And thank goodness, too. Even though this isn't a theater, I don't want to risk speaking his name. Please give a warm welcome to the infamous Scottish upstart, the Thane of Glamis.
Good morrow.
Please, Thane, have a seat. Well, welcome, Thane. So, you know, you're a man who knows a bit about ambition, from what I understand. And I've heard you've had your sights set on ruling Scotland, but you've had some obstacles along the way, namely King Duncan. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
if we're done when 'tis done, and 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence, and catch with the Circe success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here upon the shoals and banks of time, we jump the life to come.
So let me get this straight. You intend to murder the king?
He's here in double trust. First as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed and then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, nor bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpeted tongue against the deep damnation of his taking off, and giddy like a newborn babe, striding the blast of heaven's cherubim, horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other.
Well, that is extremely ambitious of you and seems very interesting. Do you think you'll be successful?
Yes.
Well, it seems to me that you have your sights set really high. We wish you the best of luck here. Thanks for being with us today, Thane.
Good morrow.
We save the best for last, coming up after a brief message. Welcome back. Up next, this woman dared to believe that we can truly change the world for children, but could never quite have imagined the global impact of her vision. Please welcome Eglantine Jebb. Please be seated, Miss Jebb, and welcome to our show. It's so good to have you.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here.
You know, you've had such an interesting story that I really just want to jump right into it. Can you tell us about your experience during your trial and what inspired you to fight for the rights of children at a time when they weren't recognized widely?
Yes, well, after the war, children were left to starve all throughout Europe. Somebody had to take a stand and raise awareness, so I started distributing pamphlets in Trafalgar Square and got myself arrested in the process. 4 days after my trial, my sister Dorothy and I spoke at the family council meeting. We had attracted a lot of attention by then, and it was actually overflowing with people. I had one point to get across. I said it is impossible for us, as normal human beings, to watch children starve to death without making an effort to save them. We had only one object, to save as many as possible.
That's a really beautiful vision, but it seems an ambitious mission for one woman to achieve. What makes you think that these goals can be reached?
Sarah, we must look beyond our immediate tasks and our daily duties to see the bigger picture. True ambition transcends what's possible or even likely. We must work toward what is right. If we are focusing on the obstacles in our way or the roadblocks in our path, we won't be able to achieve the desired results. People may roll their eyes upon it. I was a bit batty back then, but I had to maintain my confidence and move forward. Within 2 years of my arrest, Save the Children actually led a massive relief effort for the widespread famine in Russia. At the height of the crisis, Save the Children was feeding 650,000 children a day. It was an impressive feat that saved hundreds of thousands of lives.
Now, how have these early ambitions been exemplified by your organization in the almost 100 years since its inception?
Well, today there are signs of the world making real progress toward my vision. Modern Save the Children employees have the opportunity to be the first generation to ensure that no child dies from preventable deaths, and that every child has a chance to fulfill their potential. One example of this ambition was in 2011, Save the Children transitioned our international programs into a single joint-up operation led by Save the Children International, SCI. This merger was an extremely ambitious venture. We combined 60 to 80 country offices, 7 regional offices, 30 members, and SCI has a relatively small staff. So for such a small group to be tasked to coordinate such a global movement, it's truly ambitious and quite incredible. I never could have guessed all that Save the Children would achieve in the last century.
Well, it seems like, you know, your global vision, or your vision has become global and has have a long-lasting impact on what's going on in the world today. So thank you so much for being here, Ms. Jebb, and may I say you've done wonderful work. And now for a short break.
let's take a look at the first quarter reports. Here's what I know. You don't want good data.
You don't want good technology.
You don't even want a good trading strategy.
Because good is the enemy of great.
It'll make you satisfied too soon with too little.
Ambitious people, think bigger.
The secret is surrounding yourself with great partners along the way.
Tech, trade, intel, list, NASDAQ. Ignite your ambition.
All right, folks, here's where I turn the show over to the lovely Kathy for your favorite audience participation segment, Wheel of Ambition.
All right.
Kathy, what are we doing today?
Good morning. We are going to play Wheel of Ambition. But before we start, we need to find contestants. So in order to do that, if everyone will look under your seat, take under your seat is a piece of paper with a fun game called Word Search. Everybody in the audience will be able to have 1 minute to see how many words they can find. And ready, go! I get it. 30 seconds, no pressure, just keep on going. So in this game, you can either walk away with your amazing prize of candy, or you can spin the wheel and risk either winning more candy, applause, or losing your
I am spinning the wheel.
All right, here we go, here we go, here we go.
It really has. You know, we learned a lot about ambition, and how ambition is the combination of innovation and strategy, how it's having the daring to dream, and having the willingness to make sacrifices to achieve your goals. Well, all right, folks, thanks for being with us today. That's it for now. We'll see you tomorrow on Tomorrow.